If there's one piece of writing advice that's thrown around from entry-level writing classes to highly selective workshops, it's show don't tell. If someone hasn't uttered these 3 sacrosanct words about your college essay, you're the chosen one. But why is this advice given? It depends. It's phrased this way to be pithy, and while hearing it for the 400th time may make you want to never write another word again, it's good writing advice. Here's how it works. Consider the following passage. Stephen was angry. He was livid even. He was unbelievably mad. He couldn't even remember the last time he'd been this furious. In this quote, the author tells us Stephen is angry. No one reads this and goes, huh, I wonder how Stephen is feeling. At least, none of my brilliant viewers do. Compare that description to, the familiar pain in Stephen's temples returned. He took a deep breath and stuck the tip of his tongue between his teeth to prevent his jaw from clenching. His face flushed. That's kind of the classic example to illustrate the difference. That description shows us that Stephen is angry without explicitly saying it. It's more specific and makes the reader feel smart because they figured out that Stephen is angry all on their own. The author's voice disappears and the reader is more immersed in the scene. Does that make sense? Chekhov allegedly summarized it by saying, "Don't tell me the moon is shining, show me the glint of light on broken glass." But here's the thing. All writing is a mixture of showing and telling, and it would be stupid to eliminate telling altogether. But first, if you're new here, welcome. I'm Chris from Mooshly.com. I have an English bachelor's with a creative writing concentration and an MBA. Now I work as a consultant, but I've been a professional writer, and I've helped a lot of my connections improve their writing and get admitted to elite academic institutions like Ivy Leagues, medical schools, and MBA programs. I frequently get asked for writing advice, so I decided to put some of it out there to help you for free. I wrote a very thorough college essay introduction guide I highly recommend you check out. Click the link in the description to download it for free. Enjoy. Okay, let me show you why sometimes you should just tell. Let's say in the middle of your college essay, you want to write something like, I don't know, the flexibility I gained by knitting with my grandmother helped lead me to victory in the state debate championship. That's telling, right? You highlight the transferable skill from earlier in the essay with proof from an achievement. Then you'd move on to something else. Think of how this might look if you showed. The audience's applause reverberated in my ears as my opponent descended from the podium. The judge's pen scribbled comments and my own pen shook in unison with my trembling legs. How could I respond? Suddenly, my grandmother's words tore uncertainty asunder. Be flexible. After collecting my thoughts in writing, I marched to the stage and grasped the microphone. 10 minutes later, I bent beneath the lead judge who placed a gold medal upon my neck. Maybe this could be an opening or something, but that would sound ridiculous if you just drop it into the middle of your essay. The key is understanding when to tell. Maybe you're explaining the logic behind a decision or extrapolating value from an experience. Maybe you want to elucidate some profound self-reflection. Maybe you're transitioning from one section to the next. These examples don't necessarily have to be shown. And it might read like that wordy depiction of winning the debate championship if you try. The problem is most budding writers tell way more than they show. It takes a decent amount of experience to master the balance between showing and telling. It's part of the reason beginners get told show don't tell so frequently. So if I had to give advice on your essay without reading it or knowing your writing ability, show don't tell is pretty safe feedback. But if you've brought your essay to someone for criticism and they're like, you must delete every instance of telling in your essay, that may not actually be helpful. All writing rules get broken at some point in good writing, just not at the same time in the same work. To guarantee that breaking a rule adds something, you have to be an expert. And if you don't want to take the risk, don't break the rule. What do you think? Do you have a good mix of showing and telling in your essay? Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time.